There is a lot up in the air right now. There's a lot of changes coming. A lot of people are talking about locking in, really getting started, really focusing on our goals for the last 4 months, putting in the work and getting back on our routines and all of that. It's a very potent energy these last 4 months of the year. I really love this time of the year. I don't really know. Rumor has it a fish thrives in September. Okay, I created that rumor, but don't tell anyone. Anyways, that's what we're going to talk about today. There's a lot of thoughts on my mind. So I don't know what the title of this video is going to be. I think it's going to be something with recalibration and like finding balance and harmony, because although we lock in, I feel like there's a bigger perspective that we cannot forget as we walk the path, as we go towards our dreams, as we embark on new journeys, as we discover new opportunities. Maybe we start new hobbies, a new study, a new job, whatever it is for you. I want us to stay grounded in these winds of change, and I want us to find this balance within that keeps us stable and that we can still find the right pace for us, that will not lead us to burnout, not have us completely lost or like go way too fast or perhaps way too slow, whatever your tempo is, but that we can really find a way to give ourselves space and grace to experience new things in this new season without putting too much pressure on ourselves. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. If you're new, hi, my name is Lean. So happy to have you here. Feel free to like this video or subscribe to my channel for more. I really appreciate that. I'm sending you so much love and so much good luck and success. If you like and subscribe to my channel, I'm sending it to you. Good luck. And then if you don't do it, just do it. Just do it. Just do it, man. It's fine. Come on. Just support me. It's fine. Let's get right into the video. I'm a bit tired. Actually, I'm really tired because the past weeks, for me personally, it's been about achieving certain goals, really working towards setting up the new start. It's like getting everything in order, choosing a path, working towards perhaps being chosen, perhaps being qualified, training, all these things. Also choosing for yourself what the path ahead will be. And there's a lot of preparation that comes into choosing a new path, starting a new journey, embarking on a new adventure. And so now the pressure is gone. I got what I wanted to get. I know that this new beginning is secure, and perhaps, see how this fills in for your life. Take it how it resonates, right? As soon as there's like this reassurance of like, it's all right, this is what the next months are going to be like. As soon as we have like this confirmation or this clarity around what direction we're going in, sometimes you want to just, run right into it, rush right into it. And what I see also around me is sometimes when we embark on a new journey, we can get very anxious because we don't want to mess up. We don't want to fail. We want to show up as our best self. We want to make the best out of it. We want to excel. All of these things which are really good. It's okay to want to be really good. It's okay to want to give your best selves, the best of yourself. But what I do see is that sometimes even before we start, we're already putting so much pressure on ourselves. We're already raising the bar so high, and it kind of has this counter effect because it's not really productive. Like stressing too much about something and sometimes giving too much energy can actually work in a way that is going to be detrimental to the success that we want to achieve. Sometimes when you do things with the intention of trying to achieve out of fear that it won't work, the thing you fear the most is usually what's going to happen. And this is also where like detachment comes in, and why I think and I've noticed that it's so important to nurture different aspects of your life, and that taking care of yourself, taking care of your social interactions, your friend groups, your nourishment, your well-being, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all of these things, and all of the ways that we can do that, it's very important. There's more than just work. There's more than just the grind. There's more than just achieving financial success or success in our career. career, sorry. And I still feel that even though we talk a lot about wellness, we talk a lot about physical health, we talk a lot, like all of these things, the physical, the mental, the spiritual health, all these things have been very openly discussed. Like it's no longer a taboo. But even the way that we approach these topics, for a lot of people, there's still like this financial motivation behind it. There's still like this, yes, I want to make content, or yes, I want to pursue a certain career in a certain field or talk about a certain topic, but it's still because I want to be super rich, or I want to be super famous, or I'm going to hit this goal and then I'm going to feel satisfied and pleased. It is very good. I think it's never going to be a bad thing, in my opinion. I don't like to say that things are really bad, or I never want to discourage you to do what you think is good for you. If you have a dream of wanting to make content or wanting to make money with the thing that you like to talk about, don't let anyone stop you. Don't let me stop you with it. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I do want to say is that it is very important that we check in with ourselves to what our intention is with the things that we do. Because as I'm talking about this, there is this delicate equilibrium in life that is what allows us to walk the middle path. That is what allows us to stay sane, to show up in the best way, to be healthy emotionally, to regulate ourselves, to also show up in our relationships and in our external environments in the best way possible. With this balance point, this equilibrium, we have to also understand that as life unfolds, it's normal that sometimes the ties will or how do you say it? I know that there's like a saying, sometimes we will tip one side or the other. Sometimes we have to focus more on specific parts of our lives, on specific fields, which is absolutely normal. But as soon as you have this point of security, don't allow fear. Don't allow the fear of losing something. Don't allow the fear of not being enough, or don't allow your anxiety, your negative thoughts, the thoughts in your mind that are telling you that whatever you are experiencing right now is too good to be true and that you might lose it. Don't allow those thoughts to be the drive for your actions in the future. Don't allow them to go crazy. I feel like sometimes when we start to go really fast and we acquire something and we build up this adrenaline, I've been feeling this for myself. There's like this buildup of adrenaline that pushes you to show up really, really hard. And at some point you show up so hard that you kind of fall into this pattern of autopilot. And this is where it gets really dangerous, because then anxiety starts to kick in, or our mind starts to race really fast. We constantly seek for things to keep ourselves busy, to distract ourselves, because the amount of energy that is building up inside of us has no way to express itself. What I try to do in that case is come back to stillness and to really examine my thoughts and allow a space for my feelings to be expressed freely, safely. And I've noticed that this podcast, creating this, coming on and sharing these experiences, are always a result of me taking that moment of time. And it feels so good, because everything that I am processing, everything that I'm going through, or like the phases that are happening internally. If this doesn't make sense, please bear with me. I'll switch topics really fast, but I feel like being able to translate that and communicate that to the external world, it recalibrates my internal self. It gives me balance, gives me peace. It allows me to reconnect with myself, with my truth, with my feelings, and to really slow down, to ask myself the right questions, to really be like, what is really important? How do you feel? What do you need right now? And allow yourself to rest. That is what I want to talk about next as well. Allow yourself to rest. Rest is not only for when you have already reached your destination. Rest is also part of the journey. Rest also allows you to process, to refresh yourself. It's like sometimes a reset, to declutter all the piled up emotions and energy from for example, previous projects, previous goals, previous encounters, which might not be beneficial for what we're going to do the next week or in the next step. This is why I create slots in my days, and I don't do vlogs because I don't like having to be on my phone all the time, or like having to think about putting my phone somewhere, because it just messes up with the space that I like to have mentally in my thoughts. But if I could do a vlog about my daily routines and my lifestyle, you would notice that I really have my rituals that are so important for me. And it's really the tiny things that change everything. It's the moments that are so crucial for me that can help me to either have a really good day, or like feel really shaky and like blurry and like a little bit out of myself and confused. And usually that's in the morning, and it's little things. It can be my first cup of tea in the morning before talking to anyone. I think everyone in my house knows, don't talk to me first thing in the morning. I will always go downstairs, make myself my cup of tea, and go back into my room, because that's when I start to write. That's when I do my stretches, or I do some yoga. Sometimes I will write out my dreams. I will do some breath work depending on how much time I have. Some days it will be more, some days it will be less if I'm lucky. I even wake up earlier because this moment in my routine is so important. If I don't do that, if I wake up and I rush immediately through the day, it's like I'm already off balance starting the day. Also because my nights are crazy. I always wake up remembering like 4 dreams and always being like, what the hell happened? Like I always have to recover from my dreams because they're so vivid and intense. Also, not touching the phone. Like you know it yourself. When you scroll on your phone first thing in the morning, it puts you off balance immediately. You're already connecting to the world before connecting to yourself. That does so much to your clarity, to your focus, and to the decisions that you make throughout the day. These are some examples of my routines. I also love to go on walks in the evening because they also allow me to come down, because I feel like if you would see the world through networks and connections of communication and energy circulation, I feel like it's always at a peak around 6 p.m. like 4 to 7 p.m. for me is like the peak. That's when there's just so much going on in the ethers. I don't know why, I'm very sensitive to that. I can really feel that. After that, I always need to like go touch some grass, literally go hug a tree, reconnect to nature, and really disconnect from like online, from everything that's just going on in the mental space, and really come back to earth so I can ground myself again at the end of the day, reconnect with my internal self, and find the balance to go forward. And that's why I say resting is so important. And there was like a little side note that I wanted to add to that, because I've been thinking about it so much, how we are so meant to, in my personal opinion, by the way, everything I say is in my opinion. Also, you don't have to agree. Okay, let's be clear on that. I noticed that we often use certain outcomes, certain destinations, and I talk about, like, I'm on repeat right now. I'm stuck on replay saying this. We use destinations. We use ideas of what we think we want to do, or who we think we want to be, or where we think we want to go as hold on for the life that we're living. We make our decisions often out of ambition, often out of the desire to reach a certain goal in the near future or in the far future, long-term vision, right? Which is really noble, which is really good. A lot of my decisions include long-term thinking. A lot of it is because I want sustainable growth. But there's a flip side to everything. There's a bad and a good to everything. There's a shadow side to everything. There's, everything has a flip side to it. And what I've noticed is there's a delicate balance between taking decisions for a future plan, but also not taking certain decisions or taking different decisions to already enjoy the life that you are living today. Don't fall into the trap where you're constantly chasing after the life that you want because it always feels out of reach. Know that you are already allowed to enjoy your present life, because that's also what they mean with it's about the destination. What am I saying? It's about the journey, not the destination. If we're constantly working towards the destination and only thinking that we're allowed to enjoy it as soon as we get to a certain point, we're never allowing ourselves to enjoy where we're at right now and also do the things that we enjoy where we are at right now. Because I have found and I have experienced it several times that even when you achieve certain successes, even when you, for example, finally get the job that you wanted, finally get your degree, finally start this new venture that you've been dreaming about, once you have it, it's very anticlimactical. Is that a word? It's not. The idea of it is so much more exciting than actually getting it, because for a long time, when something envelops your whole reality, when something is your drive, we can hyper focus on it. But as soon as you're there, you realize that there's still our emotions and our satisfaction and our pleasure in life depends on way more things than just one aspect of our life. And sometimes we have to hyper focus on specific aspects of our life to take choices. But it's always important to take a step back and to remember that the true fulfillment will always be in nurturing all the different aspects of your life. And that is something that we have to do continuously. So also tend to your body, tend to your laughter, tend to your creativity, tend to your physical health, tend to love, tend to your relationships, your finances at all times. Don't neglect one because you think that this one path or this one thing that you want, only a relationship or only a job or only a certain amount of money in the bank, is going to fulfill you or is going to bring you the happiness that you desire. At the end of the day, and at the end of the day, I do feel like the only thing that can truly do that is love. I truly believe that. But love seeps into all the aspects. But at the end of the day, I feel like love is like the main drive or the most sustainable carrier or fuel to also achieve our ambitions. It's a long term and it's very stable. Well, it depends. We could discuss that. So yeah, it's about recalibrating once you achieve a certain desire in a certain aspect of your life. Once you've been hyper focusing, allow yourself to take a step back and recalibrate your energy. Look at all the different aspects of your life and allow yourself to rest also in this next season. Allow yourself to enjoy. It's not only about going hard, it's also about enjoyment and living fully and just knowing that everything is happening in the now. Life is about the now. Life is about where you are at right now. And it's about the experiences, because even when you attain whatever position you thought you wanted, you're still going to have bad days, even in that position. So when you attach too much importance or when you put certain things like that on a pedestal, we might feel like imposter syndrome, or we might feel like we cheated ourselves or ask ourselves if we made the wrong decision or think that maybe we're not good enough or something is wrong with us because we thought achieving a certain thing was going to be the key to our ultimate success and happiness, which it never is. Okay, allow yourself to experience. Yes, it's sometimes good to take a certain path. Certain inclinations, feelings, experiences can show us which direction to go, but that the direction is not the destination until you're dead. That sounded very depressing, but it's the truth, is it not? We could also debate that. Anyways, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm super tired. So I'm going to leave it at that. I really hope you had a beautiful day. I hope you have a beautiful day ahead whenever you're listening to this or a beautiful night. I wish you all the best. Take very good care of yourself. Enjoy the next season. And we will see each other again sooner than late, hopefully. I think so. Okay. Please remember, like and subscribe. If you like this, feel free to share with whoever you think might need this. I'm upset with myself. It's okay. I'm tired. Let's just use that excuse. Yeah. See you next time. Bye.